makes our video podcast different from others? We ask each guest what they're doing to give back to the world and their local community. Now that they've amassed their wealth, how are they giving back to help others? Additionally, we ask each guest to give our listeners a special gift to help them grow as a person and to influence their business. Welcome to the Roy Snarr Show, Entrepreneurship and Giving Back. Now, here's your host, Roy Snarr.
Welcome to the Roy Snarr Show, where we talk about entrepreneurship and giving back. That's the key difference. There's a lot of channels and shows out there that talk about success, motivation, inspiration, aspiration, all of these different things. But not too many of them actually share their secrets and share their ways that they actually built their companies, built their agencies, whatever it may be. So the big focus here on this show is that we're going to interview some of the most successful people in the entire world. And we're going to be asking them, how did you start? Where would the idea come from? How big is your company today? What is your vision for the next 5, 10, 15 years? And then most importantly, what do you do to give back? Do you have a charity that you donate to? Do you have your own charity that you've created, your own foundation? Do you give away free resources to consumers or agents or individuals so that they too can become successful? So that's our big takeaway here. We're going to ask all of these very successful guests, some of which are billionaires that will be on this show, how they did it and what are they doing to give back. So by tuning in, you get the opportunity not only to learn and to create not just motivation, but actual inspiration, and then hopefully change, which is aspiration. And these guests that are on the show, they're going to be giving you tools, free tools, keys to success. See, our success came back starting way about 13 years ago in the insurance industry. That's my whole route is insurance. I'd never had a background before in anything else. I was just a construction worker, glorified hillbilly, going to school and just trying to figure out life. My story started when I was about 14 years old. My mother became permanently disabled. Somebody sideswiped her, destroyed the car, so we lost that. She ended up losing her job. She didn't have any type of insurance or any type of protection measures put into place. And that this happened during the 2001 dot-com bubble. Okay, so all of her assets were built inside of these high-risk tech stocks, and that all crashed. The accident happened, the disability happened, all of these things happened just full force on us as a family. Totally rocked our world. How could one single life event actually change the outcome of an entire family? And that's what happened to me and my mother. And a divorce came out of that with a stepfather. In addition to that, we lost the house that we were living in. We had to move up to my grandparents' house, which was located 3.5 hours away. So I was in the middle of just starting high school and then had to move. Okay, so that was hard for as a kid. But we're very fortunate that all that has happened because it's led us to be able to have the empathy, to have the realization that people need protection measures, that we can actually go out there and help people. And fast forwarding today, 13, well, since I was 14, I'm a little bit older now, I'm 35. And fast forwarding today, we've been able to help thousands of people all across the country through our radio shows, television appearances, our workshops that we do at community colleges and public libraries all over the place. We do a lot of Zoom calls with clients, and we've been able to help thousands of people provide asset protection, life insurance, long-term care, annuities, to help preserve their legacy. Because we wanted to be able to help people not go through what we went through. Again, we're very fortunate for what we did go through because it gave us the ability to become successful in this industry. And now we're very fortunate that we're ranked in the top 1% of all financial professionals in the entire country. And all we do is help people with life insurance, long-term care, and annuities. We do some disability also, but those are the main lines of insurance coverages. And I don't have a degree in finance. I don't have a 4-year degree. In fact, I dropped out of college. During this whole process, when I went to school and became passionate about learning about finance and everything else, I discovered that I don't need a college degree, and I just wasn't a very good school person. I got good grades, but it wasn't for me. I didn't want to go through the whole, 4-year thing, get a diploma, and then try to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Because the stats are that 86% of people that actually have a degree don't even use that degree in their current field. And I didn't want to be that person, and I didn't want to go to school anymore, ultimately. So I started this embarkment on insurance. I actually recruited myself to an agency and started building an insurance practice. And I was 22 when that started. So I was not very focused at 22 on insurance and building a company and a business, zero business background, just doing construction work and riding my dirt bike and having fun with friends on the weekends. But as time progressed, I got more and more serious about it for a few reasons. One, I'm very driven and I'm very entrepreneurial. But secondly, didn't have a choice. I had to do it. I needed to do something to help take care of not only myself, I wanted to be able to provide great opportunities for my mother, who's now still works with us. Fortunately, she works from home and does all of our calls and bookings, but I wanted to give back to her what she's given to me my whole life. And the way I could do that is through money. See, a lot of people have a different perception of money itself, and a lot of it's negative. Money doesn't grow on trees, we can't afford that, all these things. And I grew up with some of that, but we were middle income families, so we weren't totally flat poor. But when that accident happened and we lost everything, yes, we became very, very, very dirt poor in the sense that we only had one source of income, which was a Social Security disability income check. So I felt that sting of not being able to have things. And that's what drives me today. So fortunately, we have this nice agency. We help not only thousands of people across the country, we help agents and agencies and other financial professionals and fiduciaries and everybody else that's in the financial realm help their clients with tools and resources to protect them. Okay, so this is the real big passion for us. We want to reach out to everybody that we can, get this information to them. That way they can learn not only how to protect themselves, but if you're an entrepreneur and you want to build a business and build a practice, you can now get to learn from people that have made hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, and how they actually do it. So a little bit more about my story and how we got to where we're at today and where we're actually going. So this is so awesome. We have our own studio now in downtown Austin. This is the governor's mansion's right below us. The capital of Texas is right behind us. This is amazing. When I was 22 and I first got my license in insurance, I never imagined this. I had a very small mindset. I didn't know what success really was. My whole goal was if I could just sell 1 or 2 policies a month, I'd make a few $1,000s and my life would be completely changed forever with just that alone. My mind and vision was not stretched. And this was the time before YouTube was real popular. Nowadays, we can hop on YouTube, watch some motivational stuff and hit the road running. I didn't really have that. So I started reading books such as Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite books by Napoleon Hill. I joined an insurance organization that was very motivational. It was a multi-level type of marketing company, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. It really expanded my mind. And then I outgrew that, and I actually created my own general agency because I wanted to be even more entrepreneurial to have my own agency. But in the very beginning, it was humbling. See, a lot of times with success or with business, we see these other people that are doing it. They're knocking it out of the park. Overnight success. They make their first 6 figures in a month or two. That wasn't me. It took me a very long time. I'm a late bloomer. It took me a long time to figure things out.